See, that's the problem. Is like he's telling all these facts and numbers and places of where this shit's happening. And I bet this guy here, who's a big advocate for this LGBTQ plus shit, has never even heard about it, never even thought about it, never even considered that this shit might be fucking happening. That's the fucking problem. That they're not fighting with facts, they're fighting with feelings, and that all they care about is someone's mental health. Which I get it. Yes, you need to care about someone that's going through something tough. You need to show them that they got someone in your corner. But y'all are fighting for something that you don't even know what's going on in the background. Y'all don't understand all these pharmaceutical companies are taking advantage of these kids to make millions and millions and millions of billions of dollars.
Do you think a 10-year-old can consent to throwing away their future sexual function as an adult? How can they possibly make that decision?
If they've been living their truth for a long time, then yeah.
You guys, welcome back to part 2 of Children Cannot Consent to Medical Transition. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by Undertac. Let's jump into the video.
It's such a stupid argument. Like, the people that want to argue about it are the people that are like 30 years old and said that they felt different since they was a kid and that they wish that they could have went through it. But at the same time, like, you're still alive. You're perfectly fucking fine. I don't think that time that you missed out on as a kid matters that much to you. That might be fucked up to say, but I think it's more fucked up that y'all think that kids can decide what gender they fucking are when they could barely, they don't know algebra, they don't know, like, they don't know basic English. They barely know how to talk properly. Like, they don't understand nothing at all. But yet y'all think they understand their fucking gender and the consequences of getting medical surgery that's irreversible at such a young age.
They seem to think that people are against trans people or against their rights, trans rights. I don't think the conversation is really about that.
No, that's just the mantra. It's always trans rights are human rights. Yes, trans rights are human rights because they're humans. And they have the same human rights as anyone else.
We're getting blocked here.
Yeah.
Facts, but
we're out here having conversations. We're trying.
Not for kids.
We're trying
a little bit right now.
Clinics have been lying to the public about the safety of puberty.
This whole red wave that's like coming so damn hard because the Democrats are just doing too much is solely and mainly about this shit. Nobody gave a fuck about someone being called trans. A lot of people didn't give a fuck about having to get about pronouns. But once y'all started acting like dogs and babies, wanted to do drag shows in front of kids, and wanted to start letting kids choose on having medical surgery to reverse their gender, which isn't even a 100% solid medical procedure yet, that's when y'all lost everybody. Like, that's whenever I despise the Republican Party. But if there's a side that I had to pick, Democrat or Republican, I'm 100% going Republican right now.
Blockers.
So you're against this protest?
But I'm not Republican. Just want to clear that.
Clinics have been lying to the public about the safety of puberty blockers.
So you're against this protest that's happening here in support of transitioning children?
I'm not against any protesting. I'm against the misinformation. We now know that hormone blockers permanently destroy sexual function in male children who want to be girls. In previous studies, well over 50% of DSM diagnosed, that is clinical gender dysphoria, children would grow up to be likely gay or lesbian, not transgender.
Yeah, bro.
Right. We need to move this.
I swear it's the same thing. Like, this whole transgender shit is just so stupid. Why can't you just call yourself cross-dressers or gay or lesbian or what the fuck ever? Like, I refuse to believe that because you act feminine and you put implants in your breast that you're a woman now. No, you're an extreme cross-dresser. You dress like a woman and you went to the extreme part and got implants. You are not no motherfucking woman. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And the reason why it doesn't make any sense is because none of y'all can even describe what a fucking woman is, which I can. A woman is someone with ovaries that can produce a baby and has periods and menopause and a lot of other biological shit. A man. Or never mind, fuck the man shit. Nobody give a fuck about a man. But still, but the point is, you're not a fucking woman. You're just an extreme cross-dresser.
Don't touch my sign.
What?
Don't touch my sign.
She's blocking the camera, and you try to grab the sign, and she goes, "Don't touch my sign."
I'm a lesbian-leaning bisexual. I've been married to a lesbian for over 20 years. This is a danger to same-sex attracted youth. You all need to own your trail of damage.
That's fine. Don't worry if they touch you.
Don't touch my sign.
Get it over with. You don't have the right to put it in our face.
That's assault.
Let go of my sign.
All right.
You don't have the right to do that.
Back the out. You're not gonna touch us.
You
Back
guys
the up. Don't touch me.
You came here intentionally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same. Let's go to the outside so we can try to have a couple conversations.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Sure.
All right.
What's happening is you have all these kids who feel like misfits. They're not fitting in. These autistic kids aren't feeling like they fit in. You've got a lot of kids who would historically grow up to be gay who aren't feeling like they fit in. You've got kids who suffered abuse and trauma, sexual abuse. Kids in the foster system are way overrepresented among the transgender population. They're all kids who are struggling with something. They've got some other comorbidity going on. They've got other mental health issues going on. And they're being fast-tracked onto this medical pathway that gives
It's like they're not even being, they're like being indoctrinated because they don't, I swear it's just because the LGBTQ plus community is so broad and so open and everybody's so sympathetic and caring and it's all welcoming, you know? So any kid that is going through some hardships at home or hardships at school or even sexuality with being gay or lesbian and they don't know how to talk to anybody, they get welcomed into this community where they tell them like, well, oh, so you're gay or you feel feminine or you don't know what the difference is. Well, if you just feel female, then you must be a female. And then these kids are just brainwashed into thinking like, oh, well, maybe I'm not gay. Maybe I'm not like, 'cause they're already confused, you know? They already don't know why the fuck they feel the way that they fucking feel. And now these people are telling them like, well, it's because you're a woman. And then they go and get surgery done to something that they don't even believe or even feel, you know? The shit's twisted as fuck.
them drugs which stop their body's natural development, give them hormones that don't belong in their bodies.
Yeah,
At all the gender clinics at every children's hospital in the country.
No, I know plenty of people who are trans, and it's one of the most painful processes on earth trying to get the hormones you feel like you need.
It's not true.
Like that is true. I don't think I've heard of a single case where people are getting fast-tracked into the.
I can walk you across the street to come talk to Chloe Cole here, who had her breast cut off when she was 15 years old.
I wrote a whole article on it.
Yeah. There's so many. I feel like there's more cases of people that regret their transitions than there are of people that actually do these hormone blockers. Mainly because they just started doing this shit like 5 years ago. So all the people that were fucking 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever, they are finally now like 20 some years old with a head on their shoulders and they're thinking like, fuck, I don't want this. I'm not happy with this. I'm more depressed now and I'm stuck. I can't go back. They don't have a surgery to go back. They only have a surgery to get to, which should be even like worse, you know? Like why in the fuck are you doing an irreversible surgery for cosmetics? You know, like, dog, these pharmaceutical companies are crazy.
Mentally unstable, 16-year-old.
That sounds pretty anecdotal to me.
recommended.
The practice has changed in recent years. It's gone away from the mental health approach with therapy to immediate affirmation only.
I don't think that's
Yeah,
true.
that's facts.
Okay, I understand why you would feel.
Bro, if y'all watch that What is a Woman documentary, every single one of the therapists or people that are there to help, pediatricians, all the people that are there to help a child understand and cope with it and find out a solution, they're all like, well, your solution must be gender transformation, which is fucking crazy. Like, that's the most extreme solution. That's almost as, like, that's almost as bad as, I was about to say that, but it's not, but it's damn near there, you know?
Feel that way. I totally get it. But it's just
Because a lot of people
not the case.
do that.
And in fact, WPATH, which is the World Professional Association for Transgender Health, they just had their annual conference in Montreal. Some protesters stood up in the conference to say that they need to abolish all therapy completely before any surgical or medical intervention. And they all received a standing ovation, including from the leadership. We've got Laura Edwards-Leeper, who founded the first gender clinic in Boston 15 years ago. She brought the Dutch protocol over here. She trained under the experts in Holland who started what's called the Dutch protocol. She brought it over to the U.S. When they brought it to the U.S., they ignored some other requirements, and they started giving hormones to kids younger, because under the Dutch protocol, they said don't give them to them until they're 16. So they'll do it here at 13. Johanna Olsen-Kennedy at the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles just received a $5.7 million grant from the NIH, where they were allowed to reduce the
See, that's the problem. Is like he's telling all these facts and numbers and places of where this shit's happening. And I bet this guy here, who's a big advocate for this LGBTQ plus shit, has never even heard about it, never even thought about it, never even considered that this shit might be fucking happening. That's the fucking problem. That they're not fighting with facts, they're fighting with feelings, and that all they care about is someone's mental health. Which I get it. Yes, you need to care about someone that's going through something tough. You need to show them that they got someone in your corner. But y'all are fighting for something that you don't even know what's going on in the background. Y'all don't understand all these pharmaceutical companies are taking advantage of these kids to make millions and millions and millions of billions of dollars off of fucking ruining people's lives because they don't give a fuck about it. They don't see these motherfuckers walking through the day. All they see is dollar signs, and that's all they're ever gonna give a fuck about. And it's just it's a shitty fucking fight that these two even have to have because they probably would agree on a lot of shit, but they can't because if he says something wrong, he'll be kicked the fuck out of his community. It's such a closed-minded cult. It's a cult. That's what it is. It's a fucking cult.
Age for cross-sex hormones from 13 to 8 years old if the kid's already in the certain tender stage of puberty.
Would you
anyway,
the point is, agree with doing this stuff later, maybe?
I mean, whenever the person wants to do it.
Oh, so whenever.
Yeah, I don't give a about my body.
All right, you guys, take a quick second to talk about today.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. I've never reacted to this guy before, but he seems like I like these types of street interviewers that just go and ask questions to let people talk and literally tell exactly what the fuck they believe. But I'm gonna end that there. If y'all liked it, you want me to keep reacting to this video, comment down below, please. Subscribe to your boy and deuces.
Y'all of my niggas like what done got into me. I don't see nothing but money ahead of me. That bitch ain't nothing but money ahead of me. That shit is crazy. I ain't been trusting shit lately. I seen too much shit is crazy. I seen too much as a baby. Mama drugged out and my sis had to raise me. That's why I'm